We'll start with their upper body. The most important aspect to all hitters are their eyes. In section number 1, we'll move from our eyes and head down to our hands and then finish with the swing. This section will cover steps 1 through 4. They say hitting is not rocket science, and all you need to do is see the ball and hit it. I believe this is true, except one thing. Most young hitters don't always see the ball.
Facing up to the pitcher is the first step to seeing the ball. Make sure when you're in your stance, both eyes are facing out directly to the pitcher. Many right-handed hitters have a tendency to turn their face towards first base, left-handed hitters towards third base. This leaves you with only one eye on the pitcher and results in poor judgment in depth perception and reading the speed of the ball. With a full face and both eyes toward the pitcher, you will see the ball out of the pitcher's hand. Seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand will give you more time to read the pitch, to make quicker and better decisions. Many hitters with closed stances have a tendency to face towards first base or third base. Hitters with closed stances rotate their upper body to ensure that both eyes are on the pitcher. A simple and effective drill is to get in your stance and close your lead eye. If you have a hard time seeing the pitcher and his throwing hand at release point, then you need to turn your face so you can see the ball at the release point.
Head discipline is discipline your head and eyes to track the ball from the second it leaves the pitcher's hand all the way through until contact. Your head should then remain down where contact has been made.
Head discipline begins with your stance. Your eyes face out to the pitcher and your chin starts near your front shoulder. Do not physically place your chin on the front shoulder because your stance becomes stiff. Your chin should be a couple of inches off your shoulder so you can remain relaxed, comfortable, and natural. Now, with the chin off your shoulder and eyes facing out, follow the pitch through to contact. When your eyes see contact off the bat, follow through with your chin on the back shoulder. Head discipline appears very easy, but a pitcher is constantly changing speeds and locations in order to pull a hitter's head off the ball. Hitters would be hitting over 500 if they maintained head discipline with each at bat. Place a ball in the front and middle part of home plate. Instruct the hitter to follow a pitched ball all the way until contact. After contact, the hitter should have his eyes facing the stationed ball near home plate. This will teach a hitter to keep his head down during and after contact.
In step number 3, we'll focus on a proper grip of the bat and a difference between holding the bat in your fingers as opposed to holding the bat in your palms.
For a proper grip, place the bat in the hand at the base of your fingers. Placing the bat into the palm of your hands is incorrect. There are 3 reasons why a hitter keeps the bat in his fingers and not in the palms. 1, it will keep the hitter's hands nice and loose on the bat. If you look at big league hitters wiggle their hands, they are ensuring their grip is loose. When the bat rests in your palm, the tendency is to grip the bat tight. This is called choking the bat. 2, by keeping your hands loose on the bat, you'll be able to generate more bat speed and power. A tight muscled swing slows the bat speed down, leaving you with less power. 3, by placing the bat at the base of your fingers, the bat will rest in the part of your hand where there is bone. This is called bat to bone. Bat to bone enables a hitter to gain more power on contact because there is no give in the bat head. Placing the bat in the middle of your palm, the bat will rest between the thumb and the pointing finger. This causes the grip on the bat to have less support. With the bat lying between these 2 fingers, the bat rests on the soft part of your hand. The result is a give in the bat head on contact, leaving you with less power. The coach places the bat at the base of the hitter's fingers and lines up his knuckles. We refer to this lineup as door-knocking knuckles. Note the proper lining of the hands and knuckles. The hitter now has the bat in the right place, he goes into his stance, and will wiggle his hands to ensure they are loose.
In step number 4, I'll show you that position. Your arms and hands will alleviate extra movement in your swing. This will give you a shorter, more compact swing. A compact swing will give you more bat speed and more power.
The first thing in your stance is to make sure your hands are slightly above your shoulders. The lowest your hand should be is when your bottom hand on the bat is even with your back shoulder. This will ensure the hands will be above every pitch in the strike zone. Next, when you're in your stance, your hand should line up with your back leg. Keep the hands back and in a powerful position, ready to explode. A good indicator of where your hand should be in your launch position is to take your bat knob and place it on your back leg. Lift the bat up to your back shoulder. Lift your hands above your back shoulder. Then take your thumb and graze it on the back side of your helmet. This will ensure your hands are up and close to the body. The bat knob should be facing the other batter's box, keeping the bat at a 45-degree angle and in the hitting position. Moving to our elbows. Bend both your elbows pointing downward, making a V. Your thumb should be able to graze the backside of your helmet. Forget what you learned about leaving your elbows up. It's wrong. With the front elbow up, the first part of your body that goes to the ball is your front elbow, and not your hands. This will leave you with a long, sweeping arm swing. The correct way is to have the front elbow down, allowing your bat knob and hands to move freely to the ball. The back elbow should also be pointing down to alleviate extra movement in our swing. The first thing the elbow will do when it is up is to instinctively go down to the ball. Keeping your back elbow up in your stance will cost you time getting to the ball. Remember, cutting out extra motion in your swing is the key to a good, consistent hitter. At this point, your hands are in the right position, ready to explode to the ball.
Not all hitters start at this position I just explained, but at one point or another, every hitter gets to this position I just talked about. A hitter should try to eliminate all extra movement in his swing. We have talked about our hands and elbows in our stance. We'll now move on to talk about our swing. As you know, the fastest way to get from point A to point B is a straight line. It's no different in baseball.
The line will start with our hands being at point A and working downward to the ball at point B, which gives us a straight downward swing. You are wrong if you think this swing will produce nothing but ground balls. The only time a downward swing produces ground balls is when you lift your head off at contact. Lifting your head causes you to hit the very top of the ball. Watch big league players on deck practicing their swings downward. They're working on getting on top of the ball. Hitters swing downward to get to the ball quicker. This downward swing will produce singles, doubles, and home runs.
So what's the difference between a ground ball and a line drive? What's the difference between a single and a home run? The answer is where you make contact on the ball.
With a proper swing downward, hitting the top half to middle of the baseball drives singles, doubles, low line drives, and hard ground balls. Hitting the middle to bottom half of the baseball produces doubles, home runs, and elevated line drives. Hitting the bottom of the ball will be a pop-up. Hitting the top of the ball will drive the ball to the ground.
Most hitters with high averages look to hit the middle to top half of the ball. Power hitters look to hit the middle to bottom half of the ball. We have now established that our hands work downwards to the ball. Keep your hands above the ball at all times.
The final element in your swing is during the course of your swing, your top hand remains above the bottom hand. The top hand should remain above the bottom hand all the way until contact, where your hands even out. This is called palms up, palms down. The reason we want our top hand to stay above the bottom hand during the swing is so the bat head does not drop out of the hitting position. Many hitters, as they stride, separate their hands away from their bodies, causing a hitter to be in a weak position. Once the hands are away from the body, a hitter cannot stop from dropping the bat head. It doesn't matter how strong you are. This drop causes a loop in the swing, and now the swing becomes long and slow. Keep your hands in, close to the body on your stride. A pitcher's goal is to try to get your hands out and away from your body. Coaches or fathers, with a hitter in his stance, take the bat head in your hands and throw the bat head downwards and tell the hitter to finish the swing. Make sure the hitter is loose and does not stop his swing. Follow all the way through with the swing to the back shoulder. The fence drill is executed two different ways. The first method is the coach lines the hitter's back foot at 1 to 2 feet from the fence. The coach then tells the hitter to swing away. The hitter should not touch the fence with the swing. If he does, the hitter is dipping his bat head and his top hand is falling below his bottom hand. The second method is the coach has the hitter face the fence and puts his bat knob against his stomach, measuring the distance he should be from the fence. If the hitter hits or grazes the fence with the bat, this means his hands are breaking away from his body, causing a long arm swing and, once again, a drop of the bat head. The swing should move freely without any contact on the fence. The coach tells the hitter to swing.